Alright guys, the time has come. Okay, I'm just gonna hope and pray that the fan doesn't mess up the audio because it's a little warm. But guys,
it's time.
It's June. It is the half mark of the year. What? We are halfway done with the year, and that means mid-year wrap up. I was gonna do this last year. Obviously I didn't, but I've seen this video done two ways. One where there's questions and you answer the questions, and then the second one was people just show the books that they read and then they give you the ratings. I'm actually gonna do it both ways. Oops, I actually cannot make a decision. So yeah, I'm gonna answer the prompts, and then the other books that weren't mentioned, I'll just tell you guys what I read. So yeah, let's get started. All right, so the first prompt is best book you've read so far in 2023. I have two books for this. I can't just pick one. So first we have Fable by Adrian Young, 5 billion stars, 5 quadrillion stars. I actually just got finished reading the sequel literally like 10 minutes ago, but I love this book so much. I love the scenery. I love everything that this book encompasses, like the gems, the trading, just like the ships and nautical vibes. Pirates. There's no pirates in here, but like it gives that. It gives Pirates of the Caribbean. It gives The Little Mermaid a little bit. I love it. And then of course I also love the romance Weston Fable. They are my favorite. I love them so much. They're so cute. No, because like literally the way that they are obsessed with each other, I actually love it. And we got to see a little bit more of that in Namesake. Anyway, but there's found family in this, and also the journey that Fable takes to reconcile with her father. And I really enjoyed it. It was great. The next best book that I've read so far is Watch the Diaries by Jamila Rouser and Robin Smith. This is a graphic novel about 5 friends. This is definitely 4 friends in New York, and they go through their hair journeys and then also different aspects in their life, and just being like young black woman in NYC. And it goes through like love, mental health, their hair. The next prompt is best sequel you read so far in 2023. Again, I have 2. So first one of course is Namesake. I literally just mentioned it. So yeah, I just finished reading it. It wasn't a 5-star, unfortunately. It was like 4.5. Literally like nothing will achieve what Fable has. Like, I'm sorry, like I wasn't even expecting this to top Fable, because everything that Fable encompasses could never be outdone, quite frankly. And like I don't expect that. I really don't. But this was still enjoyable. I still really liked it. I haven't read a lot of series this year. I think I've read like 3 so far. Everything else has been I almost said single. What's the fucking word? What's that word where it's just one book? It's literally on the tip of my tongue. Standalones. They've been like standalone books. It's just been like a book. Whatever. Anyway, yeah. The next one is A Song of Storms and Silence. This is the sequel to A Song of Wraith and Ruin. I read this back during this time, actually, June, July-ish. But yeah, this was so much better than the first book. We got more characters that made the story more enjoyable. We got more romance. Even though I didn't feel the chemistry between these two, we did get more romance between them, and I guess it was nice. Yeah, more magic, more adventure, more everything. More stakes, more villains. I loved it. New release you haven't read yet but want to. For this one, I'm gonna have to go with Charlie, Love, and Cliches by Ella Mays. We all know. If you didn't already know, Ella Mays is one of my favorite romance authors, so I have to read her new book. And the fact that I haven't yet is actually sickening. My stomach is rumbling. I just haven't gotten to it, but I am on a book buying ban, because I have to read all of these books that I already have. If you haven't seen my physical TBR video, you would know that I have 41 unread books. I actually recounted, and I think I have 35. So I'm actually making crazy, huge, immense progress and putting dents into my goal. I read 6 books.
I'm making huge progress.
But no, what was I getting at? Oh yeah, Charlie, Love, and Cliches. I just have yet to read it. And also, why did I go into Goodreads to put in my rating for Namesake, and I saw one of my favorite booktubers rate Charlie, Love, and Cliches a 2-star. That instantly made me gag. I just had fish. It almost came out. Wait. I could literally be in Fable right now. I'm eating fish. I have this scarf on. My hair, I literally belong on a ship. I belong on a ship. I saw The Little Mermaid a few weeks ago. Like, I literally belong on a ship. I'm so serious. Most anticipated release for the second half of the year. I'm gonna have to go with The Brothers Hawthorne by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This is kind of like the 4th book in the series. I don't understand. Like, I thought we were supposed to stop it at 2, but now there's gonna be 5. I'm very confused, Jennifer. What is the goal here? Because there's a book coming out as well called The Grandest Game. I don't know when that's coming out, but I know it is. I know it's happening. What's that about? I know The Brothers Hawthorne is kind of like a spin-off, not really, like maybe like a side quest, if you will. And it's about Jameson and Grayson going on this mystery, and Avery's there. And I just hope Grayson gets done right, because he's been disrespected a lot in the universe after book 1. Like, I don't know what happened. I truly don't understand what happened after book 1. Why did the lighting just change? Biggest surprise for this, I have... Okay. What's the damage that I just did? It actually looks fine. For this, I have Teeth by Hannah Mouskowitz. I got this at a little random shop on vacation. Definitely didn't expect the turn that this story took. Didn't expect anything that happened to happen. And just everything that happened with the two main characters. It was beautiful. It was crazy. It was interesting. It was unique. Something I've definitely never experienced before. But with this book, I really enjoyed the message, which is like, when you love something so much, you gotta let it go. And I've never really understood that, but with this book, it really showed how and why you should let that happen. The two characters in the book, they loved each other, or they didn't outwardly say they loved each other, but they cared for each other so much, but they literally needed to be separated for both of their lives to continue. Like, it was imperative. Like, it needed to happen. And to see that just so explicitly, I really enjoyed that. Oh, this was like a 4.25 stars. Have I been saying the ratings? Oops. Favorite new author? I think we literally know. Adrian Young. As soon as I finished Fable, I bought the entire series. The rest of the World of the Narrow series, I bought it all. It's in my possession. I will be getting her new book that's coming out in September. That's also a new book that I've been anticipating for the second half of the year. I think it's called Spells for Forgetting or something. I will be purchasing that. I don't care about any book buying ban. I will be getting that. I also want to get the girl who gave the sea back, the sea who gave the girl back, something like that. I'm getting everything she writes. Okay, I will be purchasing everything that she writes. Newest fictional crush. So I'm just gonna get the most obvious one out the way, which is Wes from Fable. He is such a protector of Fable and just generally anyone that he cares about. And it's almost like his biggest fault as well. Like, that's an amazing trait to have, to want to protect everyone that's around you. But he wants to do it so much that he almost hurts them in a way with the choices he makes for them, thinking that it's protecting them, but it's actually hurting them. And it was so interesting to read about that and to just see why he feels like that's necessary. But yeah, I love him, the way he treats Fable, the way him and Fable are. I would love a Wes. I would literally love a Wes. Like, whenever they're out in public, he's always next to her. When the situations start to get a little tense, he's always stepping to get close to her. He's always just doing something. Let's say Fable asks him a question, he'll like look at her, like look over her and then answer. Yeah, I'm happy for them. I'm happy for them. And then we have Oaxaca. Oaxaca is from this book. Y'all might not heard of it. Y'all, it's kind of like, it's called Terms of Inheritance. Came out recently, I think. When did it come out? January? Is that recent? That was 6 months ago, right? Anyway, Terms of Inheritance is such a sweet story. The main girl, Clementine, she has been through the absolute ringer, and Oaxaca is just there. I'll talk more about this book because I have it for another prompt, but Oaxaca is just there, really just listens to her. And listen, for her entire life, nobody has been listening to her. Nobody asked what she wants to do, has like made decisions to try and make her feel comfortable, just done everything for her. But now that she's out of the situation that she's out of, Oaxaca is there, and he wants her to be able to trust him and feel comfortable around him, and for her to realize that he's nothing like his grandfather. Just the things he does, like he buys her stuff, but like not like buys her stuff like, oh my god, so expensive. No, but like he buys her stuff that's like sentimental and like true to them and their story. And it's like, oh my god, he listened. Oh my god, he bought that because orange is my favorite color, or something like that. Like, I think he bought her a mixer because she loves to cook, and like that's the only thing that's been getting her out of her bedroom, because bro, when she came into the house, she was in her bedroom the whole time and not even saying anything. And Oaxaca just brings out her socialness and her want to get out there and be basically a human being again. And I think that's so beautiful. And Clementine brings out the best in him and his soft spot, and he always wants to protect people. Next, book that made you cry. So a book that made me cry that I can remember, I think this is the only one so far this year. I used to cry every single book last year, even the year before that. Now I think I have tough skin. Elastic Heart, Nausea. Anyway, Final Offer by Lauren Asher. There's just something this girl puts in her books, at the end especially, I will always cry. Fine Print, Terms and Conditions, and Final Offer, I have always cried at the end. There's just something that she puts at the end of the book, like when they make their grand come back to me thing, the epilogue, it's guaranteed that I cry. And yeah, and even though I didn't really like this book, I gave it a 4-star. Like, it was okay. I do have some issues with it, and it's not my favorite, but I still cried. Book that made you happy. Terms of Inheritance, I gave this like a 4.25. Like I was just saying before, like, Clementine was in this really hard situation, and Oaxaca just did literally everything in his power to try and make her happy. And even if Clementine didn't want to be with Oaxaca or whatever, like, if she was happy, Ox was happy, whether that was with him or without him. And I just the way they communicated, talked to each other, treated each other, when their relationship went from like platonic to romantic, it was amazing. It was so sweet. I love that book. And it was very different in the format and just the pacing of the relationship that I've read so far in a romance book. Most beautiful book you've bought so far this year or received? I have 2. First, we have Saint by Adrian Young. Do you see this? Do you actually see this? I don't know. Feel like there's icicles like in his eyebrows, but they're not. This just feels cold. Like, you can feel what's no, but actually, like, if you read the books, this is what I feel like Saint looks like. And he's radiating this cold stillness just from the cover. Are you kidding me? This is beautiful. And then we have the Davenports. I just love this style. Do we see this? I love the style. I love the font. I don't know how to describe this and what style this is, but this is what I like. Okay, last and final prompt. What books do you need to read by the end of the year? So I could name you literally 65, but I'm gonna name you, I think I listed 5. So we have the rest of the Twisted series, Twisted Hate and Twisted Lies, Charlie Love and Cliches, I've said that 20 million times, the rest of the World of Narrow series, which is Saint and the Last Legacy, Legendborn, Before We Were Strangers, the Dance of Thieves duology, and The King's Men, which is the last book in the All for the Game series, which is Foxhole Court, Raven King. I need to read the last book. And now we're gonna go through... Why did the lighting change? Sorry, guys. But now we're gonna go through just other books I read this year that I didn't mention and didn't fit into these prompts. So, oh my god, I didn't even say how many books I read this year. I'm stupid. So first we have Demon in the Wood. I gave this 4.75 stars. It's a Shadow and Bone graphic novel about the Darkling and kind of his past. The Darkling and his past. Enjoyed this even though I hate him. Keep Her Safe by K. Tucker. I think this was a 4. This is a romantic mystery thriller. I enjoyed this so much. The couple in this book, Noah and Gracie, so good. I do wish we got more of them, but I did enjoy the mystery. Enjoy is a very strong word. I was fully into the mystery, and I felt like I was literally a police on the case. I felt like I was a detective trying to figure everything out, and I really want her to write more romantic mystery thrillers. We have Nobody's Magic by Destiny O. Bursong. I would skip this if I were you. I gave it, I think, a 2-star. Daisy Jones and the Six, 2.75 stars. I didn't like this either. Razorblade Tears by S.A. Cosby. Love this. I think I gave it a 4.5. Beautiful story. It's about 2 dads whose sons died or were murdered because they're gay. And the police don't want to help them out. So they're like, you know what? We're gonna do this by ourselves. So Buddy Lee and Ike come together and they go through this crazy journey to figure out who killed their sons, and through also doing that they learn to overcome their prejudices because they both didn't treat their sons like human beings when they were alive because they're gay. You're sick. I'm talking about the dads there. Do not want that to get misconstrued. So those are all the physical books. So now we're gonna get into like the digital or books I just don't know. So we have They Said This Would Be Fun. I don't know what I gave it. Oh yeah, I don't rate memoirs. I'm stupid. The Raven King, 4 stars. Really good. I cannot wait to finish the last book. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Twisted Love 3 and... What's going on? Twisted Love 3.5. Twisted Games 4. Nemesis 1. I actually recently just changed this rating on this book. It was a 2-star, but then I was literally looking through my books for this video, and I was like, I like literally nothing about this book. Nothing. Why would I give it 2 stars? 1 star. Yeah. So I changed the rating because it sucks. My Dear Friend Janet, 2 stars. Don't listen to it. That was an audiobook. Priest, negative 3,990 stars. That's what I have in my notes. But 1 star, I don't like that book whatsoever. Or, oh my god, if you want to know why, link to my Goodreads. I think it's on my channel, but I guess I'll link it in the description. Disgusting, Nasty, hate that book. And To Hate Adam Connor by Ella Mays, 4.5 stars, which is actually really a shame because I don't remember anything about that book. I read it back in January and I don't remember. Like, I do, but I wish some of the scenes just stuck with me and they just didn't. But it's fine, whatever. But yeah, that was my mid-year wrap up. I read about 20 books. My goal is 45, I think. Yeah, I don't even think I'm halfway. No, what is that, like 40 something percent through, maybe? I'll definitely get there. I had a book slump in May, and in June I had like 20 things to do, and I've literally only read one book. So that's good, that's good, that's great. But no, we'll definitely get there. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was fun, cute. I hope you got maybe some books that you might want to read. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.